Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Did my Game of Thrones live stream a while ago, actually. You guys go check that out. Before I get into this, well, this is not really related to Dragonar, but it's kind of in the same ballpark. In the J Room, guy Julian, he posted something that was revealed at actually a convention called WonderCon in Anaheim, California. They showed like 6 minutes of that Godzilla movie. Listen, not now, not this week. It's going to be after Sacramento. Because Sacramento is going to be crazy. So, big, massive, gigantic live stream on Godzilla. I shit you not, guys. Not this week, though. Next week. And this week coming in. Like the April 30th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, May. Around there. I'm going to do a live stream. And it'll be everybody in there. And we're going to just talk about Godzilla movies. That's what I'm doing. So, yeah, look forward to that. Moving on from Godzilla. I was watching that draft. Oh my god. If you go see that movie, I know this is Dragonar. I know this is Dragonar Academy episode review, which I believe was episode 3, but I just need to say this. You go see that movie? Listen, you better have some heart medicines, some oxygen, because you will be out of breath. You will be. Big G, man. You don't mess with the big G. So, but that's just... Okay, Dragonar Academy. This was episode 3. Now, this was kind of weird. For some reason, I thought they did this episode weird. But then again, this is the light novel, so maybe that's why I thought it was weird. It was very strange how they placed it. Because we have, basically, Ash, beginning of the episode, in the Student Council room with Rebecca. But I believe that's how it... Well, actually, now I think about it, that is where it's supposed to be. Because I thought it was weird how they set that up. Because I thought there was more to before then. You know. But, yeah, he's just with Rebecca. Oh, by the way, Rebecca is... Yo, Rebecca? She's... No, wait, Rebecca? That's her name? Let me make sure of that. Looking. Yeah, it's Rebecca. She's the president of the student council, and she's like going on top of Ash, like, yo, she wants a dick. You want the D? But what she tells him is, to join the student council. It was so funny. Yeah, but really, Rebecca, she's pretty hot. Redhead. There's actually 2 redheads in the show. A little later on, we get introduced. There's another redhead that was kind of introduced, not really. And she's basically asking to join the student council, and he doesn't give her a straight answer. And what happens is, while this is going on, a dragon's out of control, and we have Sylvia trying to control it and ride the dragon, and she's doing this because of Ash. Because if you remember, the whole story with Ash Blake is he's able to ride any dragon. He can ride any dragon, even if it's not his. That's the whole story behind him. And she's upset and frustrated with it. Like, she can't, ride and do what he did. And it's like kind of rivalry going on between her and him. And what happens is, in this episode, and after that, we basically have, later on, Um, he's with. I don't remember now. Yeah, he's with. God damn, what was he with? I completely forgot. Oh right, Echo. And he's thinking about Rebecca and shit and stuff. And she's like, "Oh, he put it in his cheek." It's like, is there such a thing as a Sudier dragon? Sudier dragon? I guess there is. Oh no, wait, Sudier dragon loyally. Yeah. So she's been, and being fun with it, and Sylvia and Rebecca show up and meet up with them, and they go eat at this place. And looking at Echo's like dinner plate eyes and sees all the food, and she starts eating and shit. And we also get a scene of the two that were shown before, the tanned girl and the guy with the mask. And he basically, what ends up happening is he uses this huge freaking sword that's like black and red, and he did this like magic circle and shit, and he calls forth what is known as a dead dragon, a dragon that's just a corpse, like almost like I guess you could call it a zombie dragon. And this happens, and Echo realizes what happens, and and the whole point was while they were in the restaurant was because it had to do with Sylvia, and she's not very talkative towards Rebecca because she won Sylvia the contest. She was going on a date with her, and she never really. Yeah. But anyway, the dead zombie dragon shows up, and it gets a really crazy. We get a really crazy battle scene in this episode. I'm gonna give this a 4.5 because I thought it was done very well. I really did. I enjoyed how they did the scene with. Oh, also, there was another scene in this episode where we had Sylvia. I forgot to mention this, and her dragon, and she remembers the boy who was a knight who saved her. Yeah, that's. Yeah, that just. But the dragon appears and starts destroying shit and everything, and they confront it. And what happens is Sylvia gets. She's gone. She's like, she can't handle it. She's completely stunned. And we have Echo confronting the dragon. This is where he's like complaining to it and shit. And of course, the dragon attacks her with his tentacles. Oh yeah, of course, we have to have that in this anime. But it was in the light novel, I suppose. Grabs Echo and brings her inside, and then we have Rebecca doing her best. She brings out Rebecca, man. Yo, this girl can get the D, and she gets the job done. She's OP, OP. She's fighting it while trying to help protect Ash, and that's when Ash goes to Sylvia, and Sylvia's like, huh. She's got glazed down. She's like, ah. And then he's like, sorry for this, slap, and tells her to get Lancelot, which is her dragon, and get him on Lancelot so he can get closer to the corpse dragon and try to ride it. And basically they try to do this. Of course, it's not successful. And we go back to Echo, who's inside of the dragon. And apparently she confronts Navi. I believe that's her name, right? I believe that older version was Navi, yeah. Navi is basically, I believe, an older version or different version of Echo from what we've seen from previous episodes. And she basically tells Echo, about Ash, and he's going to die, and so on and so forth. And in order to save him, you're going to have to create an arc. And basically what an arc is is it's a kind of armor special suit that is bestowed upon that pals or paps bestow upon their maestro, or so on and so forth. I'm a little getting confused on that, but yeah, that's what it is. And basically, she tells her, you need to make it up, the different, parts and such. So she basically gives Echo Navi Ash's measurements, his sizes, and she sorts through all these sketches and everything, and then she says these magic words, and it creates his suit. And at that moment, he gets pushed off Lancelot. A blast comes straight at him. She gives him the suit. And this is like his badass dragon armor fucking suit. And he's ready to go in and, take care of business. And basically what he does, he goes on top of the corpse dragon and he rides it. And then I remember seeing this in the manga. This is interesting because what he does is, and the animation was pretty good in this. I really enjoyed this, what the animation was. I thought they did it pretty well, with the whole thing. And he relives that dragon's memories from when he was master and everything, and he communicates with it. And he asks, like, what do you want me to do? And he tells Ash what he wants from him. And he's like, are you sure? And he says yes. And basically, he gets this freaking, you'll see it in the clip, the thumbnail, awesome ass sword. And he basically uses it to destroy the dragon. And that's pretty much what ends on happening. And meanwhile, we also got the bad guy with the mask. Yeah, he knows what's going on. It's not a mystery. He finds out, oh, that boy and that girl, used them. But basically, after that, they defeated the dragon. Everything's back to normal. And we see, of course, Echo naked. For a naked dragon, loyally, I will say this. Soudier, loyally, dragon. She's got, she doesn't have anything up here. She's got a nice, she's got a nice ass. Hey. She's not human. It's okay. That's the way I look at it. She's not a human. She's a dragon. Those bulb things on her head are horns. Anime logic. So basically, she's falling down. He's falling down. They grab me. Have a moment. And, Sylvia sees this. And then they go back to the student council room. And they have, like, a party. And this was funny. Rebecca kisses Sylvia on the cheek. And kisses Ash on the cheek. And they're like, oh, they're pushing and shit. I thought it was funny. And the episode kind of ends on there. And that's what we get. And they basically having a party and stuff. And you got Echo saying, pinches his cheek and shit, and cheers, and that's basically what happens in the episode. We get a preview for next week's episode. Holy shit! We're going to get to see new character. Oh, this character though, I might have to get next week's episode 5 and 5. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. We get to, I don't want to spoil too much, but I will say this. The character we're going to see is more or less related to Sylvia. It's pretty interesting episode, because down from here on out, we're going to go into an interesting arc in the show, and you're going to get some more... Excuse me. I guess you could say you're going to get some more screen time for Ash and his badass armor in the series. So you're going to see a lot more of that. So stay tuned for that. We also get another character. I believe her name is Jessica. You'll get the gist from it as well. But yeah, that's pretty much the story, people. Bankai 922, good episode. That armor, man. Yo, that sword. That was awesome. Awesome shit. 4.5 out of 5. Um, later today I'll do One Piece. I don't really have nothing else to do. It's just One Piece episode review. There's nothing else. I'm dead serious. There's nothing else to do. Maybe Kingdom? Maybe Kingdom General review. Look forward to that. So, yeah. I'm Bankai 922. See you guys later. A lot of dragons. A lot of boobs. You know, fucking Echo, man. You know, listen. Like, this is the question of the day. Should I be weird that I have some sort of sexual feelings of this girl? I mean, she's a loyally, she's a Chaudière, but she's not human. She's a dragon. So is it okay? I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. I'm Bonka922. I'm going to see you guys later. Peace.